Hey there everyone, time for another vlog, and yes, I'm doing this with the iPod this time for a very specific reason. Let me show you guys something. I hope I'm aiming this right. That's the problem with the iPod thing, you can't really see it. There we are. Yep, I just finished my walk. Now, let me hop off of here. This is the awesome... By the way, I need to do a review of this thing. I have to grab Mom and have her help me with that review too. Let me just turn that off and unplug that. And I'll keep going. I wanted to do a vlog today about how I am trying to get myself back to normal. By the way, watching Doctor Who today. Rescue. You guys that are watching, listening to Going Through Who won't get that for several weeks, but still. By the way, yes, Mom's gotten addicted to Candy Crush, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
She's late to everything. Anyway, I'll be back down to bed, okay?
Okay.
Slice of life vlogging. This is fantastic. Anyway, so, yeah, the Nord track is obviously down there because I can't fit it in the camper van. Ugh. But I found myself in an accountability situation, and I think someone's... If any of you are following me on social media, you'll have seen the tweet, post, depending on what you were on, where I said I really need to get back into walking. Last week, at the beginning of the week, I had finally walked after 2 weeks. Or maybe it was the beginning of this week. It's been one of those weeks, folks. But anyway, what's happened is I really got inspired by, some of you are going to know this name, Cliff Ravenscraft. But what he did with his Pursuing a Balanced Life is he... Hold on a second, let me open the door to the camper van here. But what he did, and I'll dismiss that, low battery, makes me have to talk less. But what he did was actually... you see me walk into the camper van and everything. But what he did was, for 30 days, walked 10,000 steps. Now... that's a tall order for me to start on. So to begin with, I've decided that I am going to do 30 minutes every day except for Tuesdays. And that's specifically because I have something on Tuesday nights that prevents me from being able to do it properly. By the time I get home, it's like 9 o'clock, and I go to sleep at 9 and wake up at 4:30 in the morning for work. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. Right now I've got 8,051 steps. I don't know if that's going to show up on here, but give it a shot. Yeah, by the time it fades out. Oh well. You guys trust me, right? But yeah, I'm going to start focusing on my health again. By the way, forgive the fuzzy, I obviously haven't shaved yet. I'm just completely scatterbrained. This is how I'm like after an exercise, apparently. But yeah, I'm going to try to focus more on taking care of myself. It's something that I mentioned in last month's Samuel's Thoughts. And my big challenge is going to be, I am going to be doing that, and I haven't got my schedule yet, but I do have a play I am going to be in. The local community theater that I worked with, you guys saw the vlog where I showed a day of production, so to speak, earlier this year. Well, they're doing It's a Wonderful Life. Ernie, pleasure to meet you. But I decided to pick a role that wasn't... Whenever I do a role, I want to put my 100% into it, and I've always thought that roles where it's more of a main character, in my case now with my podcasting schedule and everything, really can't put my heart completely into it if it's a main role, because it takes most of your existence up if you're going to do a role like that. But I still love acting, so by doing a supporting role, it means I can still do that. And what it's also going to mean is that I'm only going to be there for certain rehearsal days, because the way that they do it, they don't call everyone in every single day. You get a schedule, and like I said, I haven't got it yet. But you do get a schedule for certain days, so I can sort of plan myself around that and still get my walk in 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to pull that off, and I'm doing this partially to have you guys hold me accountable. As I've said before, it's one of those things. Eventually, I'm going to have to report back to you guys and let you know how I did. So, that's why I'm doing the vlog. Plus, honestly, it was one of those weeks where I had nothing to talk about anyway, and sometimes I like to give you guys the personal updates. So, here we are, me giving you a personal update. I'm going to try to do 30 minutes every day. I'm going to put weekends into that too, by the way, new step for me. But 30 minutes a day, except for Tuesdays, because I honestly can't fit it in, and I'm not going to be legalistic with this. Ooh, there's a reflection of me in my glasses right there. If you zoom in enough, you'll see recursive me's. Anyway, but yeah, so personal goal. Let's see how it works, shall we? Maybe I'll vlog every now and then about that. That might make for interesting things. I'm trying to do this vlogging thing as much as I can. Sorry about last week, by the way. I was at the Magic Convention, and I didn't have time to put one up to tell you guys I wasn't going to have one. I kind of figured with the rest of the network spreading that news around, you guys might catch on to it too. But anyway, if you guys want to find all my other vlogs where I'll report into you guys on this and all this other stuff, go to tscn.tv/vlog. And until next week, live your life, drop your iPod in the process, and see you guys. Man, it's difficult using this thing sometimes. This has been a production of the Samcast Network. tscn.tv. What's your passion?